Hi everyone, I'm Alexandra. I just joined Classtime here, and Val and I are going to answer some of your questions. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and we'll answer them as soon as we can.
Great. Hi, everyone. So welcome, Alexandra, and let's kick it off in your first live webinar with Classtime.
Okay, so our first question is from Michaela in Spain. She asked, can I create my own question sets in the basic plan?
All right, great question. So let's take a closer look at this. So a question set, right, is a group of questions that, contains obviously different questions, like here, NGSS, assessment practice space, right? So this question set has 6 questions. So I'm on a school institutional license, but regardless of your plan, you can create a question set up here anytime. New question set, right? Or let's do something fancier. Spanish introductions, right? For example, and you can create a question set, and there's no limit to that. So you can create as many question sets as you'd like, as many questions as you'd like. You can run as many sessions as you'd like. So the basic plan does not have any limits on, what you can create and how many sessions you can create. So to answer Michaela's questions, yes, you can create your own question sets on the basic plan.
Okay, great question, Michaela. Our next question is from Davia in Lithuania. She asked, can I export PDF files for every student?
Yes, that's also a great question. So as you know or might know, after every session that you've run, you can export certain student responses. So if I go into this one, maybe, and I want to export the results, so this is not a full session, but if you have all your student answers, you can go on export, and then you can export a spreadsheet. You can export a PDF, which is a summary of the entire session. So your just entire class's overview, which kind of corresponds to this answer, where you just see how did the students answer overall. And then to answer Daiva's question, that would be then the student report. And when you go to the student report, you have 2 options. You can download each report individually. You can download all of the reports, so for each student as one zip file, or you can just download them as one large PDF. So if you, for example, want to print them all or just have them at one, one document, you can export all of the student PDFs in one PDF, in separate files as one zip file, or individually as students. And so this is not live yet, but we're actually about to release a new update of the student reports and any type of PDF reports. So it will have an upgraded design, a bit more information, and will reflect a lot of feedback that we've received from our community over the last few months. So stay tuned and check in for the new PDF reports sometime this or next week.
Okay, thank you for that question. Our next question is from Camilla in Mexico, and she said, can I apply for a school license as a single educator?
Great. So you can there's a school license, right, as we mentioned, so different tiers, which is the basic plan, premium, and school license. And so, of course, you can apply as a single educator for the school license. However, the school license is really focused, its benefits is focused on teams, right? So if you, for example, are on a school license, you can invite your colleagues to collaborate with you on your material, right? So if you are the only single educator on that school license, you will not be really able to benefit from this. And the same with classes, right? If you are a single teacher, you can create and import your classes from Google Classroom or create your classes manually. But the value of your school license is where you can then add co-teachers to your team, right? So I can now manage co-teachers and add them so that they can also access my class and my sessions. So, to answer this question again, you can apply for a school license as a single educator, but the benefits will only unfold if you work as a team. So we strongly recommend having more than one educator on that plan.
Okay, great question, Camilla. Our next question is from Pamela in Mexico, and she said, can I add a colleague who is not on the same school license as a co-teacher?
Mm-hmm. Good. So I just actually showed this, right? So when you create a class, you can add co-teachers. You don't have to, right? So you can also have, let's say, I have a lot of classes with co-teachers. Okay, sorry, I can't demo this. But if I did create a new class, let's do this quickly. New class, math, right? Then I go here. Now, there's no co-teacher here, right? So that is only my class. I can add co-teachers and have them join. Now, what you see though is that I can't just enter any email. I need to select my organization, so Lifebound or the Classtime team, and then I can add my colleagues from that team. So the main reason behind this is obviously also student data privacy. We cannot have other accounts that are outside of the school access students' data, because you will be sharing, class information. So you are not able to add any colleagues that are not on the same school license. So this is why your administrator or your team lead needs to make sure that all of your colleagues are on the same school license, so that we can be sure that only eligible people have access to all of that student data.
Okay, great question, Pamela. We love receiving questions from you guys. Please leave them below if you have any other questions, and we'll be sure to answer them. And don't forget to join our Facebook educator community.
Absolutely. And also here I see one comment from Manal. So thanks also for watching our live stream. If you do have any questions, feel free to add them and write us, right? Alexandra and I will be happy to answer them in the coming weeks, or perhaps Malu when she's back. So thank you all for your time, and we will talk to you soon.